Sprout, they ring out a few shots on him, kill only one. Neither can JL as he's killed by Spiidi. And with a man advantage, Sprout pushed their way forward with kressy able to double down. Goes down to a 5-on-3 with Warrow just backing away, waiting for Sprout to just try to aggress into him. And they do just that. They take these fights wherever possible. It's so messy as Warrow also falls. TMB, one of the last members of standing. And in a 5-on-2, Mad Lions need something to go, well, something to work pretty damn soon. That's the first kill on to Denis there. A very clean one at that. Coming out from Secret, Tussling good for another. But as it goes down to 1v3, TMB, his days are very much numbered. He's killed by faveN. Sprout with the first, and Mad Lions down to a force.
That was a...
With Warrow having the only AWP in the server, Sprout have got to go a bit quickly. With Warrow hitting a shot like that, kressy falls down, JL's able to double up, and Sprout, there's that push that stagnates.
Oh, that man advantage is always so powerful, and off the back of it, it fills the rest of the team with confidence. Spiidi just drops down, finds Keen. There's still a 4-on-2. Spiidi incredibly low on health. And what on earth can they get done here? Denis, only with a Galil in hand. Spiidi still firing through for more, though. And this one, oh, it starts to get dangerous if Warrow loses that duel, but he doesn't. He connects all day long. Okay, well, I love the fact that he's actually going for this. Yeah, JL's on the angles. There's no way he wins this duel, and well, that is lightning fast. So, puts that first.
There's a 3-man stack from Sprout. As he backs away, he waits to see what comes towards him with tudsoN doubling up there onto 2 quick members. Warrow, can he trade? For the time being, as that molly goes down, it forces him back. And for Mad Lions, this should be a second, unless something goes horrifically wrong, considering they'll have to negate a 2-man advantage to do so. Denis, he's unable to catch out tudsoN, who's made it 3 this round so far. And tudsoN with a really great start to this series. Granted, he whiffs before slaxz kills him, but kressy's alone. And for kressy to be alone in a 1 versus 4, I think this should be a fairly quick affair. That it is. TMB to kill him, puts Mad Lions on 2. And honestly, Josh, Mad Lions looking
behind them. A full investment, and well, a sniper that Sprout just don't have. And Warrow, once again, look at him. He's dancing around the map. He's everywhere.
Once Keen is able to dispatch anyone who comes his way, shows a bit of presence, but Warrow's there to support him. Instantly, Warrow's second. Doubled up with Keen onto Denis, puts it down to a 5-on-2. And for Spiidi and kressy, considering they have no...
To a 4-on-2. The bomb, it's in no man's land, and, well, they are trapped in here, even if they try and retrieve it. Keen, he does fall, but the trade's instantly there. Warrow, that's his 3rd of the round. He's just been superb once again. And kressy, he's just not in a position to really do anything here. He might have the element of surprise as he drops down onto tudsoN, brings it into a 2-on-1. But Warrow swings, connects a shot, but not the kill that he's looking for. And as kressy has another stab at this, he's taken out by TMB. It's 4 on the board here for Mad Lions as they take the lead. And you were saying before... Honestly, no idea, but yeah, you don't see that very often. Either way, if we go to round number 9, Mad Lions, they're looking to cement his lead even further, and Keen, that's a beautiful double spray down. TMB there to swing out and support, find that 3rd, and once again, the Sprout bite, it's just been demolished. I mean,
sure, but it's all silver linings and rose-tinted goggles to give slaxz any reminiscence of hope, but Warrow, he snatches it away from them. Mad Lions with a 6-3 lead for Sprout. Fully blinded, tudsoN will now ease his way forward. There's no way he wins this option with slaxz, right? There he doesn't. He falls away. But Warrow unable to trade. A missed shot by Warrow. TMB shows his presence towards Secret, though, getting the bomb in the process. And now Keen and JL, they aggress as well out from Huts. Denis swings wide, finishes the job on TMB, meaning he can retrieve that bomb and head towards Secret. But even then, Mad Lions, they've got their teammates pushing forward. But
that might actually be round losing as kressy comes in from heaven. That's a great read from Warrow to actually spin around and find that one. And all of a sudden, this becomes doable, but with him dropping, it all falls onto Keen's shoulder. The 1-on-3, he'll find the first. All the time, yeah.
The time is so low. This is so winnable for Keen. faveN finishes the job. Thank God he's able to get that kill, because that shouldn't have been that close, Josh. My heart just dropped when that bomb was taken down. I'm trying to shift through. He'll make his way towards Mini, but Keen, he's on the flank. But little does Keen know, the player's already in the smoke. As they both bump into one another, Denis comes out on top with a 2-man advantage. We see the attack come through. It's 3 quick kills of Mad Lions. A very real possibility of having to save as they back away towards CT. Denis finishing off Warrow. He'll double up onto tudsoN, forcing Sprout to 5 and mounting a little bit of a comeback now. He'll hear that door open, he'll hear that attack come, and with 25 seconds left, Mad Lions, they are definitely not credited with much time. As Keen good for 1, that double door opens though, and Warrow misses his shot, means the Spiidi onto tudsoN's definitely a threat, but the double up in response puts it down to a 2-on-3. The molly of kressy tries to get a bit of space, but Warrow no-scopes him before he falls. Spiidi now with 10 seconds to spare, swarmed and killed by JL, providing Mad Lions with not only an 8th, but also a round. Few nades go down, and while kressy, he'll be the one to lead this charge. JL, good for one, shuts him down. slaxz to trade. Sure, that puts it down to a 4-on-4. But let's see if they can come out on top with Keen. Putting it down to a 4-on-3. We now see the re-aggression with Spiidi to finish the job. And as it goes down to a 3-on-3, Warrow back sight, his position becomes all the more important. With the flank of Denis, I think that Mad Lions are going to have a really tough time holding the site, especially with Warrow ready to just be executed by the aggression of Denis. Good for one. Here comes the rotation back around. But in a retake like this, tudsoN, he needs some kills and he needs them fast as his teammate makes his way up from vents. There's the first kill. There should be the second. And with Sprout, that'll be 6.
Absolutely. Big round for them.
Would say it might be a bit of a fake as they look to congregate towards ramp and push into Spiidi, who with his USP is poised on position. It catches out the first member. It's actually TMB to find the first kill for Denis, and now that's scary. But the crossfire's ready, the slaughter and the meat grinder are all poised and ready to work. But as Mad Lions figure out it's a stack, they back away. They head towards A, down to a 4-on-4 with kressy there to make it 4-on-3. He doubles up onto Tudz and he'll follow up with another push. But with TMB falling to slaxz, kressy makes it 3 and Sprout make it 8. It's all tied up, and as the German side look to pull ahead, it's going to be
when you're against the AKs. They can play up close though, and slaxz on the other side of this smoke could do some damage onto Keen. It comes down to timing, and timing, it doesn't bless him. kressy, the only man that's able to find one, but he's instantly traded, and Spiidi now in a 1-on-4.
As Spiidi makes his way forward in the smoke, I think Mad Lions are going to be more than happy to equalize it at 9-9. The flank of JL, that means not even a rifle save for Sprouts. And facing a reinvestment, this could go. It's getting ready for this attack. Someone's been able to get through towards vents in the form of TMB. He'll be able to drop down as well, and killing Denis definitely gives Mad Lions that pivot point to try and Spiidi looking for TMB. As the ex-AGF player just sits around towards vents and pushes his way forward, Spiidi comes out on top, down to getting map control and forcing their way forward.
On a 4-on-4, kressy should win this duel all day long, though. Again, the sun, it shows the shadow, and kressy's always got the advantage in that duel. The second you can't win, though, as Warrow, 2 points of health to his name, comes out on top and brings us into a 3-on-3. But slaxz and Spiidi so low on health as well. It's not too much of a contingency, and there we go. Keen finds the headshot, and all of a sudden we're in a 2-on-2.
I'm super impressed with that read for them to dive straight down into vents there. And with that plant on B in an after plant position, faveN and slaxz so low on HP, it'll only take a few bullets to kill them. And with slaxz falling, faveN alone in a 1 versus 2, this is almost an impossible scenario. At a couple seconds, and as that bomb almost hits the point of no return, tudsoN, he's getting a bit of itchy fingers. And as he falls, faveN, he backs away. He knows that bomb's going to go off. Mad Lions take the lead at 10-9. And sure, while everyone dies, Mad Lions with that bomb plant are going to have no worries reinvesting, where Sprout Molly just keeps him at bay, and for Mad Lions, this should be a quick aggression, and with a man advantage, it should be a quick assault towards the Spiidi site. Spiidi loses his head to Keen there, with kressy spotted out as well. He's now in a lot of trouble as tudsoN swings into him. Warrow there to finish the job, and in a 4-on-2, Josh.
Right, and there still won't be an AWP available.
As we wait to see who comes out on top, I honestly see a very, very and a close affair.
Force around the 2 rifles that they'd saved with that $2,900 loss bonus. They could have afforded to drop a couple of rifles and pull out another half-decent close to just finishing this one off. Sprout, though, what would be a massive insult to injury is if they actually managed to pull this one off with the Desert Eagles, and so far, it's looking like they might be able to.
As we wait to see who comes out on top, tudsoN doubles up. He'll look to triple up as well before faveN's able to finish the job on him. And into a 3-on-2, Mad Lions actually sweat a little bit. kressy on the flank, or kressy, sorry, on the flank. Ready for his first member, Jail taps that bomb. And kressy comes out on top nonetheless, though. Warren out alone in a 1v2. Brings out a few shots here or there, but with 5 seconds left, he needs to find this kill on kressy. That's a nice first kill. He'll tap that bomb. He hopes that Spiidi peeks into him, but out of time, he's forced to cower. He's forced to hide. A Sprout off the back of deagles, predominantly.
Rusty, and it hasn't been. It's been very, very controlled. It's been fantastic, and I've just kind of taken a little look into why that is. Of course, they've got Kuban coaching right now. Yeah, he was the coach for the vintage VP roster, the roster that we all know and love VP for, that had success over 4, 5, 6 years. And yeah, a very, very experienced coach, and he just must bring so much to this roster, and it's so clear to see.
Well, it's a quick response from Sprout, putting us down to a... And he'll cling to that AWP. The big green stick proves to be pretty mighty in his hands, and so saving it makes a lot of sense. And at 12-12, it could go anyone's way. All right, 12-11
will just be a bit of a half-line, maybe even an eco. So there's a really good opportunity for Mad Lions to reset here, but they need to come out on top. There's a nice 1-for-1 trade as JL sacrifices himself in the air for tudsoN to find the second. As the vent dive comes through, and now the B site potentially open for business.
As we see Spam go down, it's kills back and forth, but into a 3-on-2. We've got, well, Warrow, he's also forced to Spiidi, who shows that he is a titan with that AUG. Mad Lions, with only Keen left standing, he's got no choice but to save, and saving would be a good call considering the rest of his money, Josh. Or the rest of his team, sorry, they're out of money. We see Sprout tied up 12-12, and these are some sacrificial pieces, and in this game of chess, there aren't many left, with Mad Lions going for early ramp control. slaxz, he takes a bit of damage. He's traded out, though. tudsoN falls, and as he tries to just continue his presence, he's got Spiidi there to help him. Spiidi doubles down onto Keen, puts it down to a 5-on-3. And for these deagles and max ends, what good can they hope to go for? With JL trading onto Denis, he'll try to double up onto Spiidi, and they actually try and pressure him down, with Warrow helping to lead that charge. TMB showing presence towards Squeaky shows that the actual hit's going to head towards the safe site. Spiidi on the close angle will look to defend heaven, and as it goes down to a 3-on-3. There's the aggression spotted out. Warrow leg down to just 2 HP, but he takes slaxz with him. faveN coming up from mini is spotted out, as is Spiidi, with both players at their location known. TMB falls, it goes down to a 2-on-2, and now Spiidi, this kill with Warrow, this duel with Warrow is pivotal to their success. Over towards B. faveN, he'll let's finish off JL. He does just that. Warrow now alone with 10 seconds left. He's got no chance, Josh. As Sprout, they'll pull ahead. They'll make it 13. And after mounting a little bit of a comeback, they reset Mad Lions.
That's a big round for Sprout to win that 2 versus 2.
14-12 lead, they look to topple Mad Lions once again. Mad Lions want this spite. This tudsoN to catch out Denis. He'll try to double up on slaxz, who's missed his shots. Does he punish? No, he doesn't. Kressy there to help out, and slaxz, the 2 wombo combo players. Sprout, granted, they're going to have to try and defend as TMB makes his way up from ramp, but Spiidi's in such a strong position. He even expects it's a lovely shot from TMB, but even then, what good
shot on this one?
TMB. He does tease a bit of a peek. He's not caught out just yet, though. When there's Warrow onto faveN, now it's looking very doable. In a 2-on-2, kressy, he makes his way forward towards heaven. slaxz kill onto Warrow, puts TMB into the make or break position for Mad Lions. The timing, it's both a blessing and a curse. Blessing for kressy. He finds the kill. He elevates Sprout to 15. And as Mad Lions fall 3 rounds down, they've got to find all 3 on the bounce if they want to even consider coming back into
reads initially. Once you get sort of 20-30 seconds into a post plant, you just don't know where your opponents are coming from anymore. It's anyone's guess. And as Denis opens things
towards A, Sprout are going to be acutely aware of it.
Or kressy spots out the man. Warrow does win the duel outside though, brings it back into a 4-on-4, and a TMB finds another headshot. This one's starting to flip around. faveN brings it level once again, and with Spiidi on the flank, the C4 at his feet, he just needs to stay alive here, and he can't do so. Keen finds him, and Mad Lions off of the back of a rocky,
really going to start weighing heavy on their minds.
Well, kressy spread away, they're doing a lot of damage, they just can't find the kills. Finally, they come out on top, and with the USP firing through, TMB can finally trade, but not after all of his teammates have fallen. 44 points of health, drops down the vents to his death. Denis finds the headshot, and Sprout, they recover it 16-13. You can see they're not absolute talent, and well, does huge work for Mad Lions here as they kick things off in the pistol, head over towards this B side. faveN can't find that first headshot. Mad Lions, they need to get this bomb down. They're losing members quite quickly, and as the digits aren't tapped in, Warrow doubles down. sausol finds himself another headshot, and all of a sudden, Mad Lions are back in the driver's seat.
With Mad Lions is very, very strong. Warrow, he's looking to make it 3s. slaxz with 2 quick kills for 2 is dispatched. A 4K for Warrow, and a first for Mad Lions, and now
got a good chance here. Remember, Ents aren't the Ents that we used to see. They're not even a top 30 team anymore, so even though they are still an incredibly strong side, they're not those major winning titans that we remember. Either way, Sprout actually doing some serious damage here going into round number 2 off the back of Mad Lions winning the pistol. They've taken a casualty, and tudsoN low on health, but sausol can drain out the numbers.
As sausol is low on HP nonetheless, though. Eventually he's killed by kressy. He's able to double up, puts it down to a 2-on-3, but with a low HP of him and faveN, this should be a Mad Lions round. They should be able to recover this pretty quickly. As we see a quick headshot onto TMB, who's aggressing forward below blue. The nade finishes kressy, and now with TMB getting all the way in towards back line, Spiidi, his flank, it couldn't come quicker. He needs to be able to catch out this first member, and it should leave TMB in a position where they suspect his position, but they don't know it. And As the aggression comes out, there's Spiidi good for one. JL, he can't trade, he gives his position away, and in a 1v2,
plant relatively uncontested, but as he does so out in the open, that's it. That's his demise. Spiidi can swing out from heaven and eliminate, and that's going to be the second round there. Faster hit towards A.
As we see the odd dink done by faveN there, that's a beautiful opening as tudsoN falls to 7 HP. kressy able to double up as well on Sandwich as Waro falls. And now for Mad Lions with a 3-on-5 at hand, we see even more aggression towards A from kressy, and with that push from Ivy, that's a missed shot by denis, a shot he really shouldn't be missing. And sausol, he's able to double up. He falls to 1 HP in the process, but that might not matter. In the 3-on-3, we now have that air of recovery coming through from Mad Lions, one which they can look to capitalize off. There's the flank on Spiidi onto sausol, JL and tudsoN with a cumulative, well, tudsoN. I don't think he understands just how close he was to death there. He falls to kressy, and with JL the last man left standing. 1 versus 3.
It really has, and with that CT side economy as well, having to reinvest that Kevlar, helmet, rifle, util, that's a $5,000 headshot right there, whilst he falls straight afterwards. With only 7, let's try and find these opening picks. Sprays through the smoke, Waro can't quite connect for anything, but he's still alive and kicking, and there's that headshot he was looking for.
As the odd bit of damage is done, it's a man advantage for Mad Lions, a situation I'm not very used to, but kressy, that is a beautiful flash from faveN to get him in there. He seems more than happy to continue that fight, and as he spots out the first member, that smoke continues to find the position, and while CMB trades him before the smoke blooms, it falls into a 4-on-3 with faveN ready to duel JL.
faveN's flash earlier was absolutely sensational, and now they've got a read on this A-site hit. They've got the players stacked up where they need to be. The issue is they're not hitting these shots. faveN misses that all-important sniper connection, and Spiidi coming in from the back train, spots the legs, needs to hit the head, absolutely does so. 3-on-2, now a doable situation. The issue is they don't have any
5-2 scoreline. They can reinvest, it looks to make it 6-2. And for Mad Lions, the pressure's on them to find this conversion. With 3 players left alive, it means they do have the start of an economy by only having to reinvest on 2.
Expensive. It is going to expend a lot of that extra cash that they did have to work with, but it's the gamble that they're willing to take to secure the round. And there we go, kressy finding the opening. slaxz, it was such an audacious peek, it was perfect. tudsoN wasn't expecting it, but slaxz a little bit too quick to the trigger, and he whiffed the shot.
Few shots go out either way. With a man advantage, Sprout can be more than happy with this. Waro and Popdog, position suspected but not destroyed. With faveN finishing the job, or faveN being finished on, sorry. The nade doesn't quite trade on Waro either, so with 5 HP he survives, and with JL able to get out towards B, he's now going to try and use this position to elevate his team to victory. He's spotted out towards back site, though it's very messy on the spray down. Spiidi comes out on top, on slaxz's rotation comes in the nick of time. For TMB, this flank from Ivy is pivotal to their success of Mad Lions, and denis ready for it, finishes the job, leaving Waro alone in a 1v4. What good can he hope to do with just 5 HP and coming up from heaven, spotted out by Spiidi, and a 6-2 lead. What do the Mad Lions hope to do?
To the corner, the nade lands perfectly on him, and now they start to push out. Look how much damage is being dealt.
He uses Waro's flash to actually swing in before he is traded out by tudsoN. In a 4-on-4, the trades come back and forth, down to a 3-on-3, members on each side falling, but the position goes to Mad Lions. denis on this flank is looking real scary, but his team needs to distract their opponents for long enough for it to be worthwhile. Spiidi good for 1, slaxz isn't traded on, tudsoN swings wide, he too falls. Waro now alone in a 1 versus 3, and his position might not even matter. slaxz falls, and now denis, what good?
He's going to be kicking himself. This is so ridiculous. That was a free shot for him. Now he has a second stab at it, and there we go. He doesn't miss it the second time around, but getting tagged down to 8 HP. Had Waro have dealt.
Molly's go off around him. The Molly forces him forward now, but denis comes out on top. Beautiful usage from Sprout with the missed shot from slaxz. He's forced away, but the Molly buys a bit more space. Gel goes through it. It's a no-scope from slaxz. Looks to double up, does just that. And in a 5-on-2, sausol and tudsoN.
No way they're going to be allowed to get away with this.
He's going to be ready. There's like a Viper coiled to strike. sausol falls. tudsoN trades. tudsoN, as he now does what he has to hold. The hunt's on. Look at the Sprout position. It's a wave of some rounds together.
Oh, you can see him moving in so quickly. It's actually going to be quite close, but yeah, there's no way that Spiidi is going to get around this corner in time. And with that there, and as kressy still ready and waiting for JL on the lurk, now this retake comes into fruition, and they're hitting all the headshots.
That they are. It goes down to a 5-on-4. And as tudsoN gets ready for this attack, as does sausol, and For Mad Lions, they're left in a really, really awkward position. tudsoN, that's a nice shot onto Spiidi, though. The trade is there. No, it's not. tudsoN comes out on top in a 3-on-3. Now things look scary. 3-on-2, 3-on-1 at that. slaxz now alone. And with all these members to watch out for, he tries to follow up with more aggression. He swings round, still can't kill this deagle player. woxic comes out on top. And Mad Lions, they recover around in a beautiful fashion.
Absolutely unreal. sausol following up with that deagle, and yeah, look, once again, he's just so fully aware of where all of these members are posted and can just fire through for all of those key shots, keep that retake away. And remember, at the very start of that, they had a 2-man disadvantage.
They absolutely did, and it really is going to be a just incredible performance now from Sprout if they're able to reset this. Mad Lions, their recovery was there. It shows they have the, they have the mythology, they have the glimmer of hope. They just need to find these rounds. They just need to find a chance to try and well drill these executions. But faveN, he's just dancing around this site. kressy there onto tudsoN. Leaves woxic alone in a 1 versus 4, and as he peeks his way over towards E-Box, he's left in a almost impossible situation in which faveN just executes them. 10-3, Sprout now lead in what is proving to be a very one-sided. It's a little bit of presence shown, but as aggression comes out for Spiidi, look at this. And he's going to spot out both members. That'll be a 2K, instantly trading. And yes, slaxz falls, sure. But look at this aggression from denis. Sprout, they've slammed their feet to the accelerator. It's hit the foot well. And Mad Lions, they've...
We see these orgs, not as many as this, to be fair, ordinarily, but we see these orgs, and they're just so viable on a map like Train. Not many maps in the pool have these really, really long-range angles that you see on Train, and sometimes that little green dot in the scope of that AUG, when you're holding a very, very distanced angle, can really help your accuracy. And there we go, 11-3, and Sprout, they are really starting to take this one by the reins. The aggression there from Spiidi, it's absolutely fantastic to read the boost. It's not even something the Mad Lions have been doing. Had Mad Lions caught out the connector player on multiple occasions with that boost, then you read it.
Mission with kressy there to help as well. Here comes that execution. 30 seconds left. There's the bomb. There's the kills. And as mentioned before, it's a slaughter. It's down to TMB. He too is finished off. And Sprouts, they give us a very convincing 12th, and as they win that 15th round, I can't help but think Mad Lions are just out for the count.
Well, Sprout, they've woken up a little bit. Yeah, their first series of the day, or I should say their first map of the day over on Mute, they were looking a little bit shaky at the start, but they definitely pulled it back in that second half, especially towards the later portion of that second half. That's where you could really see those gears turning and flower all round, and Sprout playing off of it fast.
They push their way forward. TMB fully blind. It's Spiidi to get the first kill. JL to trade. And while the trades go back and forth, it's still a man advantage for Sprouts. Not even doubt as kressy doubles down. tudsoN from the flank, good for another. For denis outflanks the flanker, throwing woxic in.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened there. I didn't think he was actually in the server, but it seems that, yeah, he's just in the server. I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure, right? The OT, and really down and out for the count here, and as the push comes through, the sprays go away. denis finds the first onto tudsoN. A lot of damage taken here. Sprout, they've got 2 members on incredibly low health, and this means that woxic could be deadly with this deagle lingering behind the smoke.
Oh, we see woxic finishing off Spiidi. He'll try to double up onto faveN. Can't quite do so, but it's a lot of damage done to them. As sausol finishes off kressy, it falls down to denis and slaxz alone in a 2-on-3. JL seems acutely aware of where denis' position could potentially be, where the third is there. Shoom will be towards popdog. It's a fair assumption. There's the first kill, finishing off the first member. sausol and popdog, though, he'll finish the job onto slaxz. He's able to retrieve an AK. denis on low HP should...
No money going into this next round, and his team will have to force around him, which I think they probably would have done anyway, because we see Spiidi and kressy on double eco regardless. But it's work with, oh, he's on the angle, he's right on the x-ray, we can see it, it's so awkward. Just pull the trigger, slaxz. Oh, no. What's the timing of that? That is unreal. That is so ridiculous. I mean, that doesn't actually kill.
TMB just backs away with the players towards Coil as well. GL good for 1. He draws their attention, but does he draw it away permanently? denis good for 1. The spam means that JL's in a lot of trouble. Good for another. Before faveN finishes the job. tudsoN to trade. slaxz in a 1v2. Legs down tudsoN. Turns his attention towards the other way. And this duel with the opposing AWP is going to be a make or break moment for this side. tudsoN, little does he know that slaxz is getting up close and personal, getting up into the face of this member. as he spots him out. This should be a quick kill. Now down to a 1 versus 1. If he jumps up at the right time, he might be able to spot out this member. It's a missed shot. Warrow comes out on top. And it's the 7th for Mad Lions. A beautiful Warrow. He's got to be careful as these pistols try to cover the distance and trying to chase him down. Jumps up. tudsoN falls to slaxz. And with denis shutting down Warrow, faveN onto sausol. It looks like we might see a bit of an eco. It's all on JL. Alone in a 1v3. Good for 1. He should be swung by both members any second now. And while he fully expects him to come his way, denis falls. kressy in a 1 versus 1. AWP in hand, swinging into JL. It's taking his time. He comes out on top. And at 14-7, Mad Lions find themselves in a very rough spot.
Yeah, round that I don't think Sprout were even for a peek. Does spot out a single member, but can't connect a shot onto him. And Spiidi spams through the smoke, gets TMB dabs 2 points of health. It's kressy to swing and support to find it. It's running through the smoke again. denis, only damage dealt, but as the swing comes in, faveN can trade it. And this is all falling apart for the Mad Lions.
JL, he does keep
it. They've got enough money to go for the buy in the next regardless. As he creeps his way up, JL up close with the AWP will be able to connect. And it will go 15-8. So now, 7 previously have just had those deagles and SMGs to work with. Now they've got that AWP. They've got those AKs. sausol, though, oh, I thought he'd lose that engagement all day long, and somehow he comes out on top. The pre-fire, it's perfect. Warrow goes for the swing at A main and can find another. And all of a sudden, Mad Lions, they're looking like a different side. No idea if there's any kind of flank in place. And as they start to walk their way out, they'll just be funneled in. denis, he can find himself a headshot, but a flank is on its way, and it's not even needed. Warrow can find himself his 3rd of the round, push Mad Lions onto 9, and whilst there's only time, but it gives away exactly where he is. And a Sprout still just lingering behind these smokes as they start to dissipate. That's where they're going to pounce, and there we go. It's kressy. Does win the duel, takes a lot of damage for it. And as the flash comes in, TMB turns it, repeats, hits the shot, back into a 4-on-4. And Mad Lions, they're playing with their lives here. And as they do a hell of a lot of damage, they just can't win the duels. And Sprout, a 2-man advantage here in what could be the last round of this series.
tudsoN, he'll drop down as a pop dog. He finishes off Spiidi. JL, also low on HP, is going to try and survive, but tudsoN really has to make or break this. slaxz kills faveN with that molly, and now with a leg down onto slaxz, this looks very doable. denis now in a
favoring Mad Lions, and in every single scenario where it looks like that they're going to lose it, they somehow hold on. denis stabbed in the back, and it's going to go 15-11. It's not going to be until round number 28 where we see the next buy up. And wait, Sprout got onto map point ages ago. It was 15-7 if I'm correct here.
Yeah.
And somehow it's all fallen away. denis, though, does find this opening pick. I like the initiative from TMB to go for that early aggression.
Oh, no.
But it doesn't work out. The trigger discipline, though, it's perfect. Warrow, once again, he's the man that single-handedly takes the round by the reins. And as tudsoN finds one more, it's the final nail in the coffin. Mad Lions take the 28th. And even after the man advantage found from, he's still having a really weak game. He's sitting on like 9 frags. There's been these key members, JL being one of them, massively stepping up. He's 29-20.
An advantage for Mad Lions, and without control to back lines, Sprout are in a very tough spot with denis. He'll aggress forward. He spots out the player in the smoke. He knows he's in the smoke, but JL kills a member anyway. Now denis has to go absolutely huge. He dodges the entire side. faveN tried to survive himself. Good for 1. Trades out onto sausol. It goes down to a 2-on-2. Spammed out onto tudsoN. Leaves it on TMB. Good for 1. Lifted a 1 versus 1 for the game, for the comeback, and for overtime. scopesn misses the shots, and Sprouts, they take the series 16-14. They take it 2-0, and my